This is the Miller Lite King of the Beach. We're in Las Vegas for the last match of the day between Karch Kiraly, Scott Akatubby. Of course, they won 8 tournaments together last year, and Jose Loyola and Mike Whitmarsh. And the Hard Rock, of course, our nearby neighbor, and everybody's arguing in professional sports over skyboxes and skybox revenue. Starting to come to the beach as well. Beautiful hotel courtside. Of course, the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino have been our host throughout the week. And we come to our last match of the day. You're looking at the King of the Beach. Paul Sunderland back with Tim Hovland. Karch was perfect through his first 5 matches, and based on points for and against, he has eliminated all other challengers. And he and his partner, Scott Akatubby, currently lead in what has become the battle for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th over Mike Whitmarsh and Jose Loyola. Karch looking to make it 6. Again, Tim, the wind really continues to blow. Ball goes down. Jose Loyola, Mike Whitmarsh on the good side, but it's been all Ak and Karch. They were up to a 3-1 lead, then 4-1, and Karch still playing hard.
Whitmarsh with the driven ball here. The ball just keeps going away from Karch, even with his speed. He can't get it. There's gusting winds now, Paul. It comes up 20, 30 miles an hour and it dies back down. Tough to judge. Really a huge factor in what turned out to be our crowning match when Karch Kiraly played with Mike Whitmarsh. 12-11. A stuff block by Karch when Jose Loyola had a swing to win the match. And it is blowing, it is gusting, and it's really been a factor today. The first 2 days here, Friday and Saturday, it was dead calm and absolutely perfect. Temperature good today, but the wind a problem. Scott Akatubby back to serve. Loyola from the right side, unable to make the dig defensively. Scott Akatubby, now 31 years of age. Again, played so successfully last year with Karch Kiraly.
Ak stretching out for this ball. Watch Karch play it out of the net. This is a great play. And then Loyola comes back and sends some Rio heat right down on him.
I tell you, Jose Loyola is not a happy Brazilian.
He is not happy right now, but he's got to get his head into this game, Paul. I think he's a little caught up in last game. He's got to square around and come here to play.
Well, he's had a few moments to certainly think about it. A chance to drill the ball to the beach from the good side, take the lead, and go on and make this match clearly a duel between Karch Kiraly and Jose Loyola for the King of the Beach. We have a 20-second timeout here on the court. And Karch Kiraly again, our King of the Beach, Jose Loyola. The 3rd time, if my memory serves me correctly, he has finished as runner-up. Karch Kiraly, as we are in our last match, has 12 points. You can see how good he has been. He's plus 30 in the point differential. Jose Loyola, who is opposing now Karch Kiraly, has 7. Scott Akatubby with 4. Mike Whitmarsh cannot move up here, of course, and challenge Jose Loyola. Clinches 2nd by winning, or will place 2nd if he loses by 2 points or less. It does get to be a little bit complicated with all the point carryovers from yesterday. We're not going to pretend to be rocket scientists. Let's just suffice it to say that if Ak wins, he's 2nd. If he loses, he's not. And if there's a point differential in there somewhere, we'll clear it up for you.
Good set by Loyola. Whitmarsh comes in a little quick, and Ak is on top of that for the big stuff.
6-1 lead now for Akatubby and Kiraly. How big a help for Akatubby and Kiraly playing so many big tournaments together last year, including a couple of Cuervos, Hermosa, Manhattan.
It's invaluable, Paul. You know, they know each other, how they're going to play on defense, where they're going to go on the block. You know, if you come out here without knowing your partner, it's a big advantage.
Ak from well off the net, drilling it to the sand.
People don't understand how hard that is, how hard to do that is. That was a tough set, high off the net. He comes in with some heat right down the middle. Great swing.
If you were playing with Loyola and you knew it was for 2nd place, what would you tell him?
You've got to fire up right now. That game's past. We're heading into the future. Let's get up back there, serve me some jump serves, and pound me some balls, and let's win this and go out and have a couple Miller Lights afterwards.
And if you're wondering what it's worth, now, irrespective of what the players have earned during preliminary rounds, 1st place $35,000, 2nd place $17,000, 3rd place $12,000, and you win this match in the final round and you split $12,000. So 2nd, 3rd, be it as it may, we're talking about a difference of maybe $20,000, $25,000 in total prize.
There's a few mortgage payments there, Paul. They're playing for the money.
Especially on your castle.
Oh, yeah, you better believe it. It's 100% concentration.
A challenge for Jose Loyola. Everybody's been talking about him throughout the offseason, and deservedly so.
He's a new up-and-comer. There's no doubt about it. Him and AJ are going to have a big year this year. They're going to tangle with Karch and Kent a few times in the finals, and already have.
Next week, of course, the regular season begins. A serve up the middle from Jose Loyola. Maybe that will get him going.
A little confidence. You know, the Brazilian's got that temper. He could turn it right around and get right on fire.
Okay, the last thing we want to see is a mellow Jose Loyola at this stage.
No way.
And we won't. Kirai drilling from the left side. Nice dig. An effort by Mike Whitmarsh.
Yeah. You got a great dig. Whitmarsh, like I've said before, he has a great penetrating block. Here's Karch with a great up, set by Ack. Karch slams it down, and Whitmarsh turns off the net as quick as anybody on the beach right now, Paul.
I think Whit is a great partner. He gives you everything he's got.
He's an athlete. He plays basketball. He plays volleyball. You know, he played basketball for a lot more longer than he played volleyball.
Akatabi for 7.
No.
Drills that just out of bounds. We have had our share of very, very close and controversial line calls going both ways. That one just long.
She made the right call there, Paul.
Whitmarsh and Loyola on what we are quite convinced is the good side, but they trail. Bad pass by Kirai. Boy, Loyola's got to hit that ball. They're in trouble. Point scoring opportunity. 2 and easy side out as the king. We should just call him the king. He's got the crown. From now on, the king bounces it hard cross court.
King hit a heavy ball right here. Inside Whitmarsh's block, straight down, bouncing over the tough Tenacton sign like, get out of here.
Gotta come.
Gotta go.
Nice shot by Mike Whitmarsh, but just out of bounds. Whit staring at the line, angrily having missed that relatively easy shot.
That ball is swirling up there, Paul. You see they're going for shots because they can't get a real good beat on the ball. They're trying to keep the ball in play and make a good tough shot out of it, but the ball is really drifting.
The setter's really having a difficult time keeping the ball in a good hitting area, and Karch Kirai from the bad side just happy to keep the ball in bounds. And right now, Mike Whitmarsh passing the ball not quite far enough up to the net, and then Loyola setting balls that are drifting back.
They're drifting everywhere. They got to get their game a lot crisper than it is right now. Karch, he knows his game. He knows he doesn't have a tough serve on that side, but he makes the best of a bad situation.
A serve by Jose Loyola. They get to 7-3. That's the good news. It could be worse. The bad news, however, Tim, is they get to go to the bad side.
I don't think Will Chamberlain could have touched this ball. This is over the top and down. The wind's right in his face. He comes across. That's an untouchable ball, Paul.
Georgie Mirasan of the Washington Bullets, however, might have gotten a pinky on it.
Maybe just a touch.
We're at the side change, and this is a day at the beach with the AVP, Jose Loyola. Thinking about, of course, how close he was to be in a position now not playing for second or third, but for the championship.
This side change is going to be big, Paul. They got to keep the pressure on Ack and Karch and make sure they don't get 5 points on that good side over there and come out of this with at least 2 or 3.
Whitmarsh had a fabulous King of the Beach.
Fabulous King of the Beach. He came into this in shape. He's ready to play the game right now. Usually in the offseason, he puts on a couple pounds. I think he's pretty stealth for Whitty right now.
Of course, he and Mike Dodd look at the season, not one tournament at a time, but as a marathon. They want to be competitive every week. And maybe we'll have some bumps in the road.
Right.
They will be there in August when about 40% of the money is still on the sand.
Mike knows there's peaks and valleys in this. They want to peak at the big times. He'd gladly take a fifth in Rhode Island to come out and get a first in Hermosa. You know, they're both up there, and Mike's up there in age. They got to go at the when they want to peak, they peak, and when they're not on, do the best they can.
That's right. Stay healthy.
Stay healthy.
And they're very close friends. I think they have the best chemistry of any team on the beach.
Good, on and off the court.
Which is important. You got to travel together, room together,
get real
have
sick
breakfast together.
Get real sick of some people out there.
Loyola serving from the bad side, looking to make a move, and had a chance for the knuckle pokey and doesn't make it.
The Brazilians actually brought that knuckle pokey over here, and Gino uses that thing like a weapon. throws that knuckle pokey up out of anywhere, and Loyola tried to do it there, but just didn't get a ball up.
Well, he should share some of his arsenal with his countrymen there.
I would bring it with 2 hands on that one.
Yep, I agree. Scott Akatubby jump serving hard from the good side. A little collision under the net. Good sportsmanship by Jose Loyola. Very dangerous, you know, players broad jumping under the net. There's no center line, of course, on the beach, and sprained ankles, a lot more common indoors, but it does happen outdoors.
That ball dropping way too quick. Loyola comes down and could have turned or could have broke his ankle. I think Karch's ankles are so strong they're not going down to anything. He never had problems indoors with his ankles, did he?
Never.
No.
And I used to sprain my ankle walking in the gym.
You sprained in the shower.
Used to really, make me mad. Just like Jose Loyola as the wind continues to blow. And this is turning into a blowout. Scott Akatubby and Jose Loyola playing for second place. And Mike Whitmarsh just went over to his partner and said, come on.
He's saying, it's time. There's money on this.
Let's compete a little bit. Of course, Mike Whitmarsh, if he wins, they split $12,000. If not, they get nothing.
Heck yeah. And the Whitty wants to go out to the casino tonight and spend that money.
Well, he was playing next to me. He sat down next to me at a blackjack table, and of course started taking my cards.
Of course.
Blackjack.
Oh, no.
20. I mean, give me a break.
He does have that ability. He plays enough cards. Probably the biggest card player on tour.
Karch on the short shot. Tough play out of the net for Ack. And out of bounds. Karch taking some chances, and why not? Up 9-3 on the good side.
But Karch knows where the wind's coming from. The wind's coming from right out of that corner where Loyola is. So he tries to do a jump bump that you very rarely see. Try to get it over his head and into the corner. It just goes a little bit wide.
Would not have taken that same chance at 11-all in the match to decide the championship.
He knows when to do it.
Chance for Whitty on the good low set in the wind by Jose Loyola.
The key to success right there. Good pass. Good low 2-set in the middle. He can hit the angle or hit the line. Watch this set. Nice little drifter. Whitty approaches, comes right across the ball, puts it down.
Jose Loyola doing some housekeeping. Now let's go down courtside to Heather Cox.
All right, we've got tons of fans here. Talk about a great weekend. We've got sun, we've got dew, we've got great volleyball.
How you doing?
You having a good time out here?
I'm having a blast.
All right, do you guys have a favorite?
This is my favorite.
Ag, we've got 16th Street fans here. All right, Paul Hobb, back to you. It's crazy down here.
Wait till you see the Ack Pack of Manhattan and Hermosa. Now, with the king of the beach in Las Vegas, they can drive over, fly over.
They took their VW vans and got out here.
I'll tell you, though, for the first 4 years, the tournament was in Florida.
Right.
And it was in September. It was definitely hot.
Unbearable.
This site is just to die for,
It's-
and the players really wanted to stay here.
Everything about this tournament has been great. The site's been great. The level play's been great. Great way to open up a season.
Go, get a side out now.
And Ack gets to bring all his fans here, too, so it's good and close for us.
Karch Kirai just out of bounds. The rope moved.
Oh, yeah.
I think Whitty's laughing because he knows that ball was in.
Yes.
That ball was in by a lot, and he knows it.
got
And the
overruled.
umpire, Greg Krause, you down below, called the ace, and we go to the side change. We're waiting for the point to be put on the board. They're going to sort things out.
Yeah.
Karch Kirai and Scott Akatubby. Was Karch with the ace. They double up, go on top. 10-5 over Whitmarsh and Loyola. Akatubby making a run Prince for the beach. Once again, as you can see, a packed house here in Las Vegas for the Miller Lite King of the Beach. We're down to our final match of the day. Kirai and Akatubby have been on top throughout the course of this final match and looking to extend that lead right here. 2-11. Kirai and Akatubby on top, 11-5. They were out to a 3-1 lead, then 4-1 side change, and have not slowed down at all.
Watch Karch cuff this into the corner. Takes a little bit off it. It just drives it into the deep corner. Great experienced play right there.
Working on Whitmarsh. And he sides out. Now, we talked about the point differential story. Karch Kirai's partner, Scott Akatubby, needs to win this match by 3 points or more, and then he finishes in second position and will take home $17,000 on top of all his other their tournament winnings. Jose Loyola can lose this match and come back and finish second, but it's got to be by 3 points or less. 2 points or less, I should say, and closing it down right now.
That ball drops on Ack. He can't get it over the net. I think Whitty might got a little piece of that, but that ball is dropped way too quick.
Move it!
Blocked by Whitmarsh, and all of a sudden, Jose Loyola can smell that his share of $12,000, and of course the 17 for finishing second, making a move.
Watch Whitmarsh, biggest block on the beach. Right hand extended, drops it right down, just out of Karch's reach. Loyola go back for a big jump serve again.
And on the good side, if they were ever going to make a move, same story. Remember back to the second match today when he was playing with Scott Akatubby, and neither of them could hit a jump serve from either the good or bad side, and it probably cost him a chance at the crown.
It's a momentum kill right there, too. They got 2 good points. Serve it tough, but keep the pressure on him.
That ball served out of bounds.
Ack does the favor back, though.
Absolutely. Well, he's...
They play together.
Why not? Why not?
Whitmarsh. He might jump serve, huh?
In jump serve posture. Into the wind, working on Scott Akatubby. And off the top of the block, and Whitmarsh had an idea to make a run after that ball, but just couldn't get there.
The wind's blowing that ball. It came off the top of Loyola. Whitmarsh would need real fast feet for that. I don't think so. Karch's jump serve is just a cuff jump serve, you know, because of the wind.
Just trying to keep it on Whit from the bad side. Chop over the top by Mike Whitmarsh. 4 minutes and 16.7 seconds left in this third and final match of this edition of the Miller Lite King of the Beach.
Loyola's looking a little more great jump serve.
I want you to finish that point because I think I know what you were going to say. A little more into it.
A little more into it, a little more relaxed. And if they side out a little bit, they can get back to 11-9. They're back in this game.
They must have the 11-9
They
side
must have
change.
it.
Of course, if you're not familiar, beach volleyball, you change sides multiples of 5 points to accommodate for differences in the wind and that sort of thing. And now Mike Whitmarsh gives up a point on a relatively easy jump serve from the good side.
This is what Ack should have been doing last game. He's kind of taking a little bit off it, cuffing it into the Whitmarsh because the wind's coming cross court, and he's using it to his advantage. Tough serve.
Ack once again working on Whitmarsh. Maybe senses he's a little bit tired. Nice play by Big Mike to get there.
He says, I'm not tired, Paul. I'm coming with some Whit heat down the middle. Great set by Loyola. Bring him in the middle. One foot takeoff and pounds it right off Karch. They get a 12-8. They got some life.
11-9 was on full resuscitation. 12-8 is in the ER.
Get the paddles, baby.
Get the paddles, and that's right. Charge them up.
Whitty.
Good set. And there it is. 12-8 for the side change. Had to have it if you're Jose Loyola. He's chasing Scott Akatubby, looking for second. Karch Kirai is the king. That's been decided, but we've got more volleyball coming up for you. This is the King of the Beach from Las Vegas. Yeah, we're back on the sand. That's the King of the Beach theme, courtesy of Star Games Music. And of course, if you want to know about the King of the Beach and you're sitting at home watching and you have America Online, dial the number on your screen and keyboard. The website is KOB and you can get all the updated results. Of course, we've got them for you right here and right now. Kirai and Akatubby on top 12-8. Great dig by Loyola. And that's going down. Jose Loyola creeping and crawling back into this match with the help of his partner.
He was on his heels of his feet, came back and made a great dig, and then a touch shot in the corner. He should have done that last game with that touch shot.
Well, so much for turning back the clock. Ack from the right side. Whitmarsh with a dig. Good low set. Loyola
Just out.
hits the ball out of bounds.
You can see how much trouble they're having with that ball, Paul. It's blowing all over the place. Whitmarsh swatted back by Ack. I think Loyola's going for the 2-foot line, just cuts it out a little, bounce a little bit. Good set.
Of course, the wind blowing in that direction brings the set inside, and
it just drops a lot quicker when it's blowing down like that.
Yep. And we're going to take a 20-second timeout. You know, these have been the 4 finalists. This is the final 4 of the King of the Beach. So they played, obviously, in every match all day long. We started earlier today. And you can see some of the remnants of the damage. Mike Whitmarsh doing a little...
He says he's scared up
on himself. Of course, this is the King of the Beach. Next week, we start the AVP Tour for real. We'll be at the Phoenix site, of course, at the Gateway Center. It's the Miller Lite Open coming to you, and that's next Sunday. Check your local listings. We'll have that for you. Karch Kirai will be with Kent Steffes. Mike Whitmarsh will be with Mike Dodd. Jose Loyola will be with Adam Johnson, and we think that Scott Akatubby will be with Brian Lewis.
I think that's confirmed now. Ak and Louis are going to start off. Then you got Beef and Frohoff, I think.
And Ricky Ludes and possibly Randy Stoklos. Talked to Ricky. Wasn't quite so sure if that was set or not.
Everybody's in it.
Except you and me.
That's right. I love Phoenix though.
Yes, you do. We'll have an awful lot to talk about next week with respect to Tim Hovland.
Get it back.
But right now, we're talking Karch Kirai and Scott Akatubby leading Mike Whitmarsh and Jose Loyola. 12-9, 3 minutes and 21 seconds left in this final match of the day. And if you're just joining us, Karch Kirai, with an unblemished 5-0 record, clinched the King of the Beach in our match prior to this because of the points that carried over yesterday. But the rules were the same for everybody. Karch carried 6 points into today, and so could have everyone else. Scott Akatubby with a tap down and out of bounds. Whitmarsh and Loyola in double figures at 12-10, making a move again from the bad side.
Back in this game.
And working on Akatubby. Ak bombs the ball across court. Do you see something? Would you serve Ak in this situation?
They had a couple of good success with it. I would serve him a little bit deeper, though. Don't give it right in his breadbasket. Get him back on that line. Make him come all the way up to the net, because that ball's going to be drifted all around. That's the key to the serving on that side.
Karch missed that. Missed that and almost scored with it in any case.
Those are the hardest ones to pass. The jump miss comes at you like a knuckleball. It's like a Nolan Ryan.
A chance to get to 11. Whitmarsh with a tap. And Jose Loyola and Mike Whitmarsh making a move, and maybe give a lot of credit to the maturity of Mike. Whitmarsh getting on Jose Loyola. Maybe not getting on him or getting in his face, but he said, come on, buddy, let's go.
Ball control, the key to the success out here. The wind's moving all around. Great set by Loyola. Whitmarsh drives it right in the corner. Point.
Marsh and Loyola back within 1. Right now, Jose Loyola's in second place. No touch. Akatubby hits the ball out of bounds. We are tied at 12. Now, just to remind you, Loyola is second if he wins. He will also finish second if he loses by 2 points or less.
I'd have taken a timeout there, Paul. They're a little bit frustrated.
Akatubby once again. Loyola. Tough chase for Kirai. And a tougher chase. Great comeback by Mike Whitmarsh and Jose Loyola. And I passed 6th grade math. And I think that getting to 13, Jose Loyola has clinched second place at the King of the Beach. Congratulations, Jose. He may not be happy with it, but it means a lot of crucero. We'll be back to finish it up in a bit. Loyola and Whitmarsh have taken a long march through the sands of Las Vegas. They trailed Kirai and Akatubby 10-5. They have outscored them 8-2 and have taken over the lead and are 1 point away from winning this match.
Wow, turn it around like we said at the start. He came out a little unhappy. All of a sudden he got that jump serve going, hit a few balls. He's back on top. Whitmarsh with a straight down. You gotta love those sets like that, huh, Paul?
Game point to wrap up second place for Jose Loyola at the King of the Beach. Going for the ace.
Oh, he felt it too, Paul. He's coming with the husband-wife right up the middle. Missed by just inches.
And Whitmarsh wanted it. Of course, remember that the winner of this match shares $12,000. The losers get nothing in this particular game. Going back to Witt. Tight set. Karch all over that. Setting mistake by Jose Loyola.
He tried to put some front spin on that ball, and it just drifted onto the net. Because the wind's coming from behind Karch. Wants to spin on that. Just drifts on the net. Karch is on top of Witt. Throws it back down.
Witt with no chance to get to it. Another tough serve to Mike Whitmarsh. For the tie. Loyola can't make the play. We are locked at 14.
Loyola's all upset. Says there's a touch off the block. Nobody else saw it. All tied up here, 14 all.
Scott Akatep. We're tied with 2 minutes and 10 seconds left to play. Whitmarsh with a crank cross court.
Nice shot, hit the ball nice and high. Great set by Loyola, not too close. Nice side out. Whitty turns his hat around, goes. Rally cap for Whitmarsh.
Jump serve for Whitmarsh. Witt's not going to get there. Nice cut shot by Scott Akatep. He's still, the clock not quite a factor.
Not yet.
2 minutes and 8.2 seconds left. Plenty of time indeed, especially since we're tied at 14s.
I think they're going to go back to Witt here.
Tight set again. And pokes it through. Field goal style with a pokey against Scott Akatep.
Whitty was real lucky there. Loyola setting the ball just a little bit too tight. Luckily, it went right through Akatep's block.
I'll tell you, you don't want the 15-15 side change. You want to finish it out on the good side.
No doubt
That's where
about
Loyola
that.
and Whitmarsh are. Low set. Great set. And side out to Kirai and Akatep.
Was that ball up there so dead, just to probably clean his hands on the beach. Karch comes through and just puts it on the ground.
Thinking back on this 3-day weekend, as we're stuck at 14, or stuck is not the right word, but you really have to congratulate all the players who've been here in Las Vegas. They have given so much good volleyball, and this is the first event of the season. Everybody is ready to go for the start of the official regular season next week in Phoenix, Arizona.
It's his highest level as it ended last year. I think people worked real hard in the offseason. I mean, at the start of the year last year, it wasn't as high as level as it is right now. These guys are ready to play, and it's going to be a great season.
This is just the beginning, of course. We have so many events for you of the AVP on Prime Sports. Tim Hovland and I will be traveling all over the country. Tim will probably be going first class, and I'll be in the back of the bus. We're going to have 13 tournaments for you this season on Prime Sports. And if it continues this way, it's going to be a fabulous summer. Crater, that ball straight down.
That is some Rio heat right there. He says, I'm taking home this money. Whitmarsh with a great set. Lots of ball control here. Whitmarsh puts him right on. Jose jumping out of the gym. Rio heat down the middle.
Akatep, touch call. Mike Whitmarsh nodding his head, yes. Reached for that ball, just a micro touch off the side of his arm. We criticize the officials, but good teamwork that time by the referee and lines person. Going to Witt almost every time. The pokey. The pokey. They tuck and roll down. I thought we were going to do the hokey pokey.
A triple pokey. Great dig by Karch to set the whole situation up here. Right off. Quickest arms in the business right there. Pokey stab up and over.
We stay at 14 all. Bad pass by Kirai.
Very uncharacteristic. Good tough jump serve though.
Karch Kirai is the king for the 4th time. We've talked about that. This match is for 2nd place. Being honest and open about that right up front. But you know, Karch, as he said to Heather Cox, going to be there 100% no matter who he plays with. Match point. Akitabi sides out and breathes a little bit more life back into his hopes for second place.
He's hitting that ball as hard as he's ever hit it, Paul. That's a tough swing. That ball's high in the air. The ball's swirling. He comes under and just drills it. Great swing.
Whitmarsh and Loyola lead by 1, 15-14. Whitmarsh with the side out.
A little heat of his own, Whitty.
How many serves?
Whitty's tough in the clutch, especially in that situation. He'll go right over the top of you, not taking any chances on cutting down the angle so they can get a block with you.
Whitmarsh, 18 serves. Loyola, only 9. Game point number 2. Whitty going with the jump. He wants to get this over with.
Knows.
Count up his winnings.
Get to
Put
the
some ice
tables.
on those knees and get to the tables. Kirai and Akitabi down 1. Serving to Whitmarsh. It's 15-14 off the top of the block.
I always have a little trouble setting here. Whitty's dealing with the situation. Either it's right on or 2 or 3 feet off.
Well, Loyola made a couple of bad sets and trapped his partner.
Right.
4th game point, tapping his heart and saying, give me just a little. Loyola looking for the win. That's it. Karch Kirai is the king. Jose Loyola is the prince. Once again. And no, that is not Dennis Rodman. That is Jose Loyola, and you can see him all summer long. Congratulations to Jose Loyola. He finishes 2nd at this year's King of the Beach. One day it will be his turn, but for now, the crown is on top of that man, and it's Karch Kirai. It's been a fabulous week in Las Vegas. We'll have more for you when we come back. In our last match of the day, Jose Loyola and Mike Whitmarsh stage an incredible comeback, down 10-5. They come back and beat Karch Kirai and Scott Akitabi. Karch is the king, but both he and Scott Akitabi, both such intense competitors, they are sorely disappointed that they let their big lead slip away. And Scott Akitabi will not finish 2nd here at the King of the Beach. Standing by now courtside, Heather Cox with Mike Whitmarsh, who helped to really lead the way for the comeback.
Thanks, Paul. Talk about a winner. What a competitor. This was such an intense match. In fact, I think more intense than what we saw at the end of last season. Is this a preview of what's to come this season?
I hope so. I think it's going to be an exciting year out on the beach. There's 3 or 4 teams that can win every weekend. There's not going to be one dominant team, and all the players playing here today were great players, and it was an exciting tournament.
Now tell me, down by 2, gut check. What did you guys do to turn things around?
Loyola came up with some big serves, and it was so windy out here. The serving was such a big part of the game, and obviously I don't have a very good one, but we steadied out. Loyola's having a little trouble setting me on that side, but we were able to side out enough to give us an opportunity to win.
What do you expect heading into the 96th season?
I hope Mike and I can have another good year like we did last year. We won 7 tournaments last year, and like I said, it's going to be a lot tougher this year. Everybody's healthy, and everybody looks good, so it's going to be an exciting year.
All right, Mike, thanks so much. Congratulations. We're going to head over to your partner, Jose. Congratulations. Incredible comeback.
Yes, but the only thing I should be right, they change the system because we play hard for getting the Sunday. Should everybody get equal points and equal, to compete for the Final Four, because it's really hard. Today we came here to win the 3 matches, and I stepped out of 1 match, and I can't have any chance for the last match. So excited. I could be the king, but the system should be changed next year.
What about playing with AJ this season? What are your expectations?
Our expectations really good because we've been working really hard. I think we're a good team. We're good together, and we stay this year together. So we'll see what's happening.
All right, Jose, thanks. Enjoy. It's time to celebrate. Paul, Hobb, back up to you.
All right, thank you very much, Heather. And still, Karch is the winner. The pictures may not tell the story in this situation, but he's king. And once again, Jose Loyola is the prince. this is our Tenactin summary, not only just of this game, but of the entire weekend here in Las Vegas. Our top 8, Karch Kirai. Look at the prize money. He takes home first place. Jose Loyola, a great start to the beginning of this 1996 AVP season. Mike Whitmarsh, of course, Randy Stokos. There you see some of the greatest names, and congratulations to Rob Heiger for making it into the field this year for the very first time at the King of the Beach. All right, we have, of course, decided our top 8 positions. We just showed them to you, and now let's go down courtside to PA announcer Sam Lagana for our award ceremony. Take it away, Sam.
Dave, watch me. Ladies and gentlemen, it is our pleasure to have you join us for the Miller Lite King of the Beach. And what a weekend it has been, and our thanks going out to our very good friends at PS Star Games who produced this weekend's affair. And joining me for the presentation as we crown the king, the Executive Vice President of PS Star Games, Josh Ripple. Josh?
Thank you, Sammy. Well, what do you think, ladies and gentlemen? Should beach volleyball stay here in Las Vegas? That's what we thought. That's what we thought. Listen, before we get to our presentations here, we want to take 1 minute to thank all of you here in Las Vegas for making this the best Miller Lite King of the Beach Invitational presented by Volleyball Magazine ever. So thank you very much. What I want to do is at this time, introduce our title sponsor, Miller Brewing, and Rich Ryder, the Entertainment Marketing Manager for Miller Brewing. Rich?
Josh, thanks very much. Thanks, Las Vegas. It's been a fantastic weekend. On behalf of the Miller Brewing Company, Bonanza Beverage, the Miller Lite distributor in this fantastic city of Las Vegas, I'd like to thank everybody for coming out. And want to let you know this is the first stop on the 1996 Miller Lite AVP Tour. You've gotten us off to a great start. Right now I'd like to bring up the King of the Beach 1996. Fantastic tournament all weekend long. The Miller Lite Cup champion, Karch Kirai, $54,000. Karch, on behalf of the Hard Rock Hotel and Cafe, they've created a most fantastic trophy for you, a fantastic Fender guitar, and we have the Miller Lite trophy, $54,000. It's all yours, buddy.
Thank you very much, Rich. More importantly than who won this tournament is the fact that we started with a new beginning here. We had the tournament for the first 4 years in Florida, and we moved it to Las Vegas, and I'm overwhelmed with the response. You guys were awesome. Thank you very much to Miller Brewing for the support for the tournament. Thanks to the Hard Rock Hotel. And we look forward to many, many years here. Hopefully we'll make it even better this year. We gave you 3 fairly good games this year. Today, I can't even talk after losing. I do need a Miller Lite. Thanks for coming out, too. And we'll look forward to seeing you next year. Thank you.
Karch Kirai, our King of the Beach for the 4th time in the event's history, the first winner ever in Las Vegas. We'll be back to wrap it up from the 1996 Miller Lite King of the Beach on Prime Sports has been brought to you by Miller Lite. Life is good. By the Hard Rock, the world's first rock and roll hotel and casino. By Speedo, dreams that winners are made of. And by Powerade, the official sports drink of the Olympic Games and the Association of Volleyball Professionals. We have had 3 fabulous days of volleyball, but Tim, let's take a look at our Miller Lite play of the day.
Loyola with a big winding jump serve. Come down, Karch sets the ball to Ack, who heads cross court at Loyola, down and dirty, gets the ball up. Watch this block by Karch. Whitmarsh covers, gets the ball up. nice little two-set. When he gets up, somehow puts up all the way, Paul, for a big point and a turning point in the game.
Of course, Whitmarsh and Loyola were down 10-5, but in the end of the day, Karch Kiraly is king of the beach once again, and we will see Karch and his partner, Kent Steffes, next week in Phoenix.